appreciate that. Okay, here is how I found out about this. I've been using this thing for now probably going on 20 years, a long time. Now the difference, the speed worm that they make is different because the tail on a speed worm is solid like that. And the speed worm is known as a Florida bait. And most of the time on a speed worm, you'd reel it across the surface and that tail would flap like that. It was almost like a surface bait, just relegated for the state of Florida or vegetation. But with the Ultra Vibe speed worm, there's a notch there. And that causes this thing, you can see the opening there, that causes this thing to really waggle and vibrate. It's sort of like a, I don't know, it just goes crazy everywhere when you reel it, as far as, just twirling on there. So it's got a really unique action. And the thing about this is when the worm falls, it sort of has a helicopter effect, and it slows the fall of the Ultra Vibe speed worm down. And there's something about that slower fall, but you have to have it on the right slip sinker, that is very, very appealing to the fish. It's one of those things, like we talked about before, things that trigger a bass to bite are your profile, water displacement, vibration, and some baits are just better than others. And there's something about the Ultra Vibe speed worm, guys. The bass, they love this vibration and the way the tail moves, whether it's some type of a vibration in the water or the visual look of it. But whatever it is about it, guys, I've caught so many bass on this thing you can't imagine. Now, how I found out about it, I didn't know about it on my own. My co-angler buddy, Rodney Schmolak, that practiced with me for 6 years with the FLW Tour, Rodney's the one that showed me how good this thing is, because when we would practice together on the FLW tournaments, this was his deal. He fished the speed worm all the time. I don't care if the water was 45 degrees or 100 degrees, he would have that dang speed worm on, and he'd catch them almost every time, better than I was catching them out of the back of the boat. And he'd use every color. I mean, he literally, every color Zoom made, he'd have it on. But the thing about Rodney is, like, of course, I'm a shallow water angler, so I do a lot of shallow pitching and flipping. So that's the way we practiced. And guys, we practiced together over the course of 7 years, all over the country, from everywhere between the Potomac River in Maryland to, out here in the western part of Missouri and down South Florida, everywhere. Guys, he caught them everywhere we went on this Ultra Vibe speed worm. I mean, it didn't matter if we were pitching lily pads or cattails in Florida, if we were pitching wood here in Missouri. He did real good one time. He was pitching it to bluff banks down at Lake Pickwick one time and caught a bunch of fish doing it. Literally, he's caught them everywhere.